happy Sunday to all of you. That is, if you're going to be watching this live. Otherwise, just happy day. Excuse me just a second, guys. Just as I'm starting to go live, of course, I get a tickle in my throat. So anyway, happy Sunday if you're live. Let me just get up the stream so I can chat with you. And today I'm going to do a layout about books. Oh my goodness, guys, sorry. So this is, I participated in something for March called Middle Grade March, and you can find that on YouTube. It's a community called BookTube, but Krista from Books and Jams, that's the name of her channel, and two other women. One is the Curly Reader, Amanda the Curly Reader, and I can't remember the name of the other channel's name because it's somebody who's new to me. But anyway, so they sponsor Middle Grade March, in which they encourage you to read middle grade books. Good morning, Cynthia, or afternoon, depending on where you are, but I know for you it's morning. So they did 5 prompts, things like read a book from the decade you were born, something adventure, something with a story theme, something with a silhouette on the cover. So lots of different prompts. And then they chose one kind of read for everybody. So I'll just tell you what I read. I've read 5 out of the 6 books that I picked. I'm starting the Mysterious Benedict Society today. I don't think I'll finish it before the end of the month, but the fact that I read 5 books so far and 7 adult books in a month is just crazy. And I do both audio and physical book reading. So I'm going to start the Mysterious Benedict Society. I finished the first book in the Land of Stories today, which is all about 2 kids going to a fairy tale kingdom, or the kingdom where the fairy tales reside, which was awesome. It was so cute. I read James and the Giant Peach, which is by Roald Dahl, and that was the book for my decade. It was written in 1961. I was born in 1964. That honestly was probably my least favorite of all the books, and I hear such good reviews of it, but I think it was just too young for me, I guess would be the description of it. It was a little bit too simple for me, for my reading style, but I know it's very beloved. I have a very good friend who that plus the Broadway show is one of her favorites, which is one of the reasons I read it, because I know she loved it so much. It was still good. I can definitely see how kids would like it. Then I read The Vanderbeekers of 141st Street. Oh, that's cool, Cynthia. Cynthia says she was born in 64 also. So I read The Vanderbeekers of 141st Street, which is about a group, a family of children who are living in New York, and they're going to get their lease on their apartment's not going to be renewed, and the adventures they have. So anyway, oh, that's funny, Cynthia. Yes, my 2 Cynthias. So it's funny when that happens. So anyway, I love the first book. That's a series as well. So is The Land of Stories. So I love the first Vanderbeekers book. I will read more of those. The next book I read was called The Brave. That was our group read. It was an amazing book, and definitely of all of them, my favorite, probably a little bit more adult themed. It's about a boy in California who has an OCD disorder, in which when you talk to him or respond to him, he counts your words, and before he responds, he tells you how many. But he's disturbing school so much that he ends up, his dad sends him to meet or to live with his mom, who is a Native American and lives on a Native American reservation in Minnesota. So the rest of the story is about making friends, about not saving friends, but learning, really truly learning about friendship and friendship through hard things. It has some medical realism in it, but there's also a lot of Native American spirituality in it. It was a wonderful book. So that was called The Brave, and it was by James Bird. I would definitely recommend that, even if you don't want to read middle grade books. It was awesome. And then my last book was the Pages and Company series, and this one was called The Book Wanderers. I think it's originally published in England, so there's different names for it, but this one is Tilly. Her name is, so sometimes I can't talk this morning. Sorry guys. Sometimes it'll be called Tilly and the Book Wanderers. So anyway, that's my adventure. The book review is over, but what a fabulous, fabulous thing to do. I felt like I was in a land of adventures all month. Even in between, I was reading other more serious things. Like I read The Wife Upstairs, which was a very serious thriller, and or that kind of stuff. I've read lots of other things, but these were just amazing books. So definitely, if you like to read, check out Krista's channel on YouTube. It's called Books and Jams. My other channels I follow pretty often is Sarah Swan's Sarah's Nightstand, and you might recognize Sarah because she's also a scrapbooker. And then I love Lindsay's Little Library. Lindsay is a really close friend of Sarah's, but she also happens to live in Wisconsin, not too far from me. So that's kind of a fun thing. But anyway, so those are the big channels I watch. This is what I'm doing today. So I was going through, I'm going to use, I haven't even come near to finishing my my Stash curated Best of Both Worlds kits. That Chamel's kits sort of inspired me. So what I'm going to do is work with that kit today. And I'm choosing this background paper, which is Paige Evans Go the Scenic Route, and it's paper number 5, which would seem like an interesting choice because I'm not traveling here, but yes, I was traveling. And for some of us, right now, books might be the only way we can travel considering the state of the world. And I thought that the green was kind of green and blue is a nice foil to all the orange and red in here. There's a little bit of blue in the Brave, but I thought that would be kind of fun. I did toy with doing this paper, and I do really like it, but it's so busy that even if I do this, I'm afraid I might lose some of the it's just too busy, I guess. And I do love this paper so much, and I haven't been traveling. Certainly I'm not going around the world, so I thought this would be fun. And then to set this off, I think I'm going to use this blue paper as the paper there. I do have some cards here that say bird watching and that kind of stuff. These are from Chamel's We Get It, Never Grow Up collection. It's a cut apart sheet. And then I have some Paige Evans sticker books that I'm planning on using, probably because there are books on these, and even though they're craft books, I think it'll be fun to add them into this. This one, not so much for the books. There is a Just Go For It sticker because, reading children's books at my age, you wouldn't think that that would be quite so much fun, but really it seriously was. But there's coffee mugs here, so books, coffee and tea mugs. I thought that could go really well together. So let's get started, since I made you guys listen to a book review of children's books first, but just kind of something fun that I am doing. So here's that paper number 5 from Go the Scenic Route. This is Paige Evans Horizon. It's also paper number 5, coincidentally, with the map print on it. I have used this before, and this time I am going to use this side because I like the foil of the blue. I'm going to probably take that up just a little bit so that border's not quite so wide. So let's see, life update. I signed my lease this week on my new apartment, so that's very exciting. I'll be moving in March. So of course, then that made me start to think that I probably need to think about packing. That's no fun. I did pack up almost all of my scrapbooks. Oh, Cynthia's Googling The Wife Upstairs. So I did pack almost all my scrapbooks. I didn't pack up the books that need to go to my grandkids because I'll take them next week when I go to I'm number 3, so my granddaughter's birthday is Tuesday, but we're having her party on Saturday. So I've packed up everything but that, and then my 2021 album and my great nephew and niece's 2020 and 2021 albums. So I will still continue to scrapbook at least for a while until it becomes apparent that I really, really have to pack everything up, which is going to be horrifying because that means at some point I'm going to have to unpack it, right? which that's scary. So at some point after I get moved and have my scrap room rearranged, I'll do a tour for you guys, just because I find those interesting. It won't be for a while till after I move, though. So then I'm thinking about what else can we do here. This Wanderlust is cute, but I think it's too close to that. I think I'd like Family and Friends are cute. I was thinking about these, but I could do the yellow, though. I just, for some reason, am liking the thought of bringing in pink, or I could do that, too. Actually, for some reason, this one is really sticking with me. Maybe part of it is that I have these books that I want to add in. And I think we need some, I need some, what do I want to say? Some ink on the edge. So here's my Memento Dewdrop. So Cynthia just asked me if I'm moving far. I'm moving about a half an hour from where I am. Not quite, but I'm moving a lot closer to work. I'm going to cut my commute in less than half and be 17 minutes from work, which is super exciting for me. So that's just really cool. Don't know what the ums are about today, guys, but you're getting them, sorry. It's just exciting to think about being that close to home, so that when I work a night that's later, it won't be so bad, because I'll be home pretty quickly. All right, so looking at these mugs, I need to think about direction. There is not, this green is not in anything, but it doesn't mean that I can't bring it in. This is the sticker book from Paige Evans' Turn the Page collection. So I'm thinking books down here, and then maybe books up there. Maybe this color down here. And do I do something like that? I'm not loving this one book. The angle's a little odd. So instead of making me work for the sticker, I'm going to make it work for me, since I don't love it as much. Yeah, it will be very, very nice. And a little secret, it's also a little closer to the guy I'm dating, although that was not at all planned. It just happened that way. Kind of a nice thing. Okay, so this one, maybe I do this. And I like the idea of using this like Polaroid sort of frame thing, because that way then I have plenty of room to write. So that'll be nice. And I am going to have kind of a nice long weekend this weekend, which will be good. That'll give me plenty of packing time. Definitely will spend some time with you guys. I don't know what day yet, though. So turn your notification bell on if you haven't. I should probably glue the photograph down. I am still playing along with Calvin Ball, although I've only been doing probably 2 or 3 layouts a week. Basically enough to do a live stream for you guys, and then to do 2 YouTube videos so that I don't get behind. I need to get some more videos out so that they continue to play for you. I'm past the beginning of May when I'm going to be moving, but then it's going to take a little bit for my scrapbook room. Regina, that's funny. How do I have time to date? To make the time for things that are fun, right? The cool part about it is we are both, because you guys know I've been super cautious about the whole coronavirus thing, right? We are both vaccinated. So that's really exciting that we don't have to, think about that. That is a question now, I guess, when you're dating. So I make the time. Part of it is that I don't have children. So, but I do have grandkids, and I scrapbook a ton and that kind of stuff, but it's all things I love to do. So I make time for those kinds of things, I guess. starting to run again. I was having some knee issues, but I'm starting to do that again, so that's all good. Life is really good, you guys. I have said, as crazy as life was last year for me, it's been really lovely. This has been a really nice start to this year. And the cool thing is, and I'm looking at it right now, my word for the year, my one little word is embrace. And I did that because last year was so hard, and the end of this year was even hard for work for me. And I thought, I just need to change my attitude about this whole thing, embrace where I am, and just go from there. And man, oh man, boy, has 2021 kind of changed within the last month or so when I really started to embrace where I was. I had a weekend away with a good friend of mine at the end of February, and I just felt like my world shifted. So that's really cool. Not that I'm not, I'm positive and that kind of stuff, but it's nice to really make that change. Okay, so there's that. This one looks a little low to me. We'll see if I can do something about this without damaging it, because I have without damaging the paper, because I had that foam tape on there. Okay. There we go. I think that doesn't look quite so low. Just a little overlap there. Now, I did see some word strips on here that I liked. I liked whimsical. We'll see. Maybe this won't work, but I thought that was kind of cute because it's all about books and reading. And I need my thing here. The scary part, the weird part about packing for me is that I'm not loving that there, by the way. I'm going to take that out. I have been renting my mom's condo, and when I came here, her stuff was here. So I did not unpack things like all my kitchen stuff. I certainly did unpack some because my mom's kitchen stuff was older. She didn't have all the gadgets I did, so I definitely unpacked things. So I don't have to repack all my boxes, but I kind of do because, like, I took my favorite coffee mugs out of my coffee mug box. I can't just seal it up because they'll rattle around in there. So I don't know if it's worse or better that I don't have to pack everything up, but I definitely am going to have a little bit of a challenge. So anyway, but a fun challenge. It's all good, right? At least I think it's all good anyway. I just saw this little pink label here. This is Amy Tangerine's, oh sorry, Crate Paper Good Vibes. I think that would be kind of cool. And then I do have this little label sticker here. Ooh, and I have a March label sticker on this too. So let's look at this. This label sticker brings in the pink. I have to be careful with this. The orange and the black. I think we'll put this up here, and it brings in that yellowy green color too. So let's get this up here straight if I could. I've had too much coffee this morning, you guys. That's part of the problem. I just thought, can we get this in somewhere else? Let me see if I like this here. Because it brings a little bit of that pink. So I don't love it there, but maybe up here. And I am planning on titling this MGM for middle grade March, which is the hashtag you used if you posted about what you were reading. There we go. So that's nice because then we have pink, 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 that bright, bright pink. Oh, and I need this March. I'll put the date up there. But I think it would be nice to get this sticker here. Just because that works really well. And that brings in, again, that kind of goldy green color there. Okay, so we have all that. Let's see if there's anything else. I was thinking about trying to get maybe a little bit of something that looked like washi there. Or washi. I mean, I could do washi as well. But I know these books have washi in there in here somewhere. Another thing, maybe I can do, this needs something up here. So I have a little teacup here. Yeah, let's add that because that brings in kind of the blues and the dark colors. This is just one of those things that you start looking at stickers. I'm looking at them for color now. And I've talked many times that your clusters don't have to be exactly the same, but shape, color, those kinds of things can help you get your clusters to work and make sense. Okay, so there's that. Now I just thought of something really interesting. I did not put an alpha in this. I know there are alphas in some of these books that I have, but I don't think they're big enough. And I think I'd want something to stand out here. Although I do have a gold, now that I think about it. I have a gold sticker alpha. Let's see if I can do MGM, and I can. So that's maybe what I'll do, is we'll just use this. This, I believe, came from one of the Paige Evans 12 by 12 pads from Joann's. I don't remember which one though. And the stickers are really, really thin, so you have to be really careful with them. And actually this will be kind of nice because this will just it'll fit really well into this little spot I have over the top here, because then this drops down and it's not on the same line. Not that I haven't somehow figured that out before, but I like the idea of this. Oops, these are really hard. They break really super easy. And then maybe I need to get some gold in here with some of those hearts or stars that I use from my punches. I know I have some gold foils, so we'll take a look for some of those to add into the clusters to get those in. And then some enamel dots. I've been trying to use enamel dots up. I put myself on a stash freeze. The one thing I think I might do is get some more enamel dots because I'm starting to run out of color. And you know, I want to make myself make it work, but then again, if I'm making my life hard for myself, why would I want to do that? That doesn't make any sense. So then the other thing is, I'm thinking here, so I have this gold here. I have numbers here that I haven't used any of. So maybe I could do 2020 down here, like down in here. Maybe let's see, pull a 2 off, because numbers are always hard to use for me. So I want to make sure I'm kind of fitting this in here. And I probably will need to find some sort of thing to put across here, because otherwise I have a weird gap there. It's not exactly trapped space there because it can come out here, but it just looks a little weird to me to have all those layers. This does have a grid on this background paper, so this is kind of nice. I need to get my head in here though, so pardon the crazy hair. That happens. Okay. Oh, I was going to say 2020. It's 2021, Kelly. You'd think I'd be happy about that, right? Like a lot, we talked earlier, a lot of us are happy to see the backside of 2020. Okay, so let's do 2021 here, no matter what I just used for numbers. And got that to lay pretty close to how I wanted to do it. So that makes me excited. And I like the gold coming across here. So I already kind of achieved what I needed to with getting more gold on the page. So that's nice. Now, this is what I was thinking of, is that I knew there was some of this here. And this piece looks kind of nice because it has lots of the colors in it that I'm using. Or I could use this one with the stars, but that would probably disappear. So let's do this piece. I'm going to cut it here for sure because need to tuck it under and I don't want to make my life hard. So what we'll do is we'll just tuck it under a couple layers here. This is one of those times where it does help to use the tweezers if you can. It's kind of a fiddly little thing. Excuse me, guys. My voice today. Okay, there we go. So now I really like that better because that's bridged this gap here. I could grab this, since there's a little bit of this, you know, pinky orange color here, and pop it somewhere. I'm going to try here so that it looks almost like a little flag or banner coming out. Except that guy does not want to raise for me. Okay. I should have used my Cricut spatula. Oh, my poor Cricut had to get packed up yesterday too, because I thought I'm not going to be using die cut projects for a while. Not until after I move. Those are complicated. I don't need to complicate things. When all else fails, just cut it. Okay, so I do like that because it gets more of the orange color in here. Close enough. All right, so then the next thing I was thinking about was some of my Bago foil and glitter gold goodness. So maybe stars, because when you rate books, you star them. Oh yeah, perfect. Just that extra little touch of something here. Mom, so Cynthia just asked if Mom was selling her condo or moving back. And the answer is selling, but actually the condo is already sold thanks to her real estate agent, Kelly. So she actually, a really close friend of hers that close family friend, is going to buy it. So my mom didn't realize they were interested, but on the sly, her close friend and I showed it to them and they really liked it. So really cool that's all taken care of and done. So I think what I'm going to do here is just add these in. So yeah, she's in Arizona and not moving back. For sure. We'll have to bring her back at point someday because my dad passed away in 2007 and her name is on the headstone, which I kind of think is weird, but I also understand. But anyway, so someday, but that's the only way she's coming back here, trust me. She likes it in Arizona too much. And unfortunately for me, unfortunately, I was thinking about moving to Arizona at one point, but I have such a great practice here and I have little grandkids here, so I can't leave them. Not anytime soon anyway. Maybe I need another star here, so I have 3. We'll see. Very much looking forward to some adventures later this year, though I really want to get to meet my youngest great nephew who lives in Philly right now, but soon to be DC, which is very exciting. His daddy was born in DC. I may have talked about that now that I think about it, but I'm very excited about that. I love that area. My sister, lived there for quite a while when she was in the Army for a while. And I have a really good friend who used to live there, so kind of cool. All right, so there's the 3rd star. There's 2 here, so I think I need 2 up here. And I was only going to do 1 layout for you guys, but I think this has gone pretty quickly. Maybe I'll see if I can find another picture to do something with. I think I'll tuck this one under here. So, okay, cool. I really like the way this turned out, just, pulling together a whole bunch of stuff. Now, let's see if I can find some enamel dots. And you know what I'm going to do? Let's do it with this package of enamel dots. And my hope is that I can actually use up this package. I think there's a good Good chance I can. We'll kind of distribute it around. There's light blues, dark blues. Let's kind of get at least some of each. The way I stuck this on here, that. Okay, have fun, Cynthia. That's cool that you're going over to the grandbaby's house. Of course, I'm a huge advocate of that. Okay, so let's get this one up here. Let's see, this one needs another blue one, and then I have 2 extra ones. This looks like they have enough enamel dots up there, so I'll probably just do 3 down here and here, and just leave that as is. I don't think I have another blue. Well, maybe I have a blue that's close enough to that. I do. So let me grab one of these. These are from the Winter Market ephemera from Cartabella. So not exactly a match, but I think it'll be okay. There we go. So then we have 3 in each. Wouldn't have been bad. So this is cool. I just finished a packet of epoxy dots there, and that is a Calvin Ball point right there for using up a package of something. So that's cool. But it just feels good. Point or not for Calvin Ball, it feels good to have used something up. And as I'm looking at this, well, I guess this one is without a star too. I'm like, wasn't sure I liked it because it's without a star, but I think it's good now. And that's such a minor detail. So that's layout number 1. I did pull aside some photos that I thought I could get scrapbooked today. That's a Christmas layout. This is a building layout for kids. I'm not sure that's it. Let me grab my envelopes. Oh, so I'll show you guys this. I think most of you have seen this, but this is how I store my photos while I'm waiting to scrapbook them, because I print probably at least once a month, and then just keep them like this, in kind of stored by theme or something like that. Okay, so more winter stuff. Here's my vaccinated final vaccine card. This is my friend, really good friend. Just looking to see, is there something here that would work with this? Since I love that. If I don't do that, I'll do this one. I did a first dose one, and then I'll do a second dose one here. With those other. So here's the papers that I have to work with still from my stash kit. So that would be pretty of the 2 of us. And then there's this pretty piece behind. So I could do something like that and use this as a border. You know, usually I think we do it more like this. That's pretty though too. There is this sweet over there. Oh, but I could do, let me see, I'm just pulling these up. Okay, so let's look. So if we did something like that, I could use this so it's very kind of peachy. But I also have this piece that works, and I like how that pops that off of there. So let's do that. So now you just saw real time. Here's how I choose my papers, which is awesome because you don't get to see that very often on YouTube, because we tend to have stuff ready for you. And I also do have pieces left here of lots of different things. Just looking to see. I like the lightness of that though more than anything else. So let's do that. And then I'm thinking, just because it's a friend and can be a little bit girly, I think I'm going to make it girly. How about that? So I'm going to cut this. This is going to be our background, which is, like I said, just a little bit unusual. I don't normally do it like that, but Normally I let you see the, or I want to be looking at the ombre. So this is Paige Evans Go the Scenic Route, paper number 24. I used a lot of Paige Evans in this kit because I have so much and I really want to start going through it. And I already am seeing some things on this sheet besides thinking about the flowers. Like this Live Out Loud would be really nice. Like this little stamp would be really nice. So I think we'll set that aside and know that I'm going to use that somehow. Let's get, and then this, I don't remember if I said that photo is taken on my birthday in January. So that's kind of fun that I have that. I'm going to take my paper down by about 3/4 of an inch on either side, which is one of my favorite measurements to do when I'm doing a frame layout. Now, if you want to, of course, you can save the paper underneath. I have so much and I'm trying to use this kit up, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do it as is. I think I'll ink the edges of this, and I love this, the way this looks right now. So, oh, Cynthia, that's awesome. So Cynthia's getting her second dose. I'm hearing more and more people that I belong to a dinner group, and we've kind of been waiting. We're not ready to get back together again. There's 8 of us and 6 of us are now fully vaccinated, so that's exciting. My sister and brother-in-law, my mom are, so easy to see them now with precautions, but certainly much more normal life. Oh yeah, love the ombre frame on this. So let's just do this. And I'm doing my adhesive only towards the center right now so that I can tuck things in if I want to. Okay, so this green is in here. I'm going to take just a chunk here horizontally first, and then I'll decide how much I really want to use of this. I thought I would just grab some papers that I have left over just to see if there's anything that I might want to tuck in anywhere. So I don't like the contrast of that. I think this is probably not whimsical enough or light enough. And you guys will be proud of me. I'm getting that stack of stuff all over the place. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to need to throw it down. So I do like this, just to a little bit of a different color. Oh, this is funny. I wrote, instead of writing the date on this, the date that this was, which was 1/17/21, I wrote my birth date. That's awesome. So this piece, well, I could do it like this though too. I didn't think about that. What I'll do is cut this underneath. Oh yeah, Cynthia, good luck. Honestly, from what I'm hearing, and I see a lot of clients, getting sick or not often depends on what vaccine you get. So Pfizer seems to be you're way less likely to get sick, although I know people who have, and your age. So anybody I know that's quite a bit older, like I'm talking people in their 70s and 80s, aren't getting sick or as sick, but those of us who are a little bit younger are getting sick. And I don't know, small sacrifice for me. Okay, so then I just cut these so that I can fake it to make it look like it's falling underneath there. And let's grab, I have a bunch of Paige Evans flowers. I actually think I have the flowers that work with this. Ooh. And I could do that. Okay, I think I have a pretty good start on this, so I'm going to decide where this is going to get cut. Not being completely exact there. So that would be neat because it echoes that. I think it's okay. Sometimes I don't like doing that, but I think it's okay. So here we go. And then I want this to come about here. I don't want the edge of this and the edge of that to be on the same line. So I'm going to do a really scientific measuring tool here and use my fingernail. And then look to see where that is. And it's 10 and like 11/16. I think 10 or maybe 9 and 11/16. Let me try that again. Yes, 9 and 11/16 to use the proper measurement. Now, if it's a little bit off, it's not going to matter because it's going to be, one will be at the top and one will be at the bottom, and that'll be fine, but close enough. So then definitely I want to ink these all up to bring this together. We are younger. Okay, so good luck, Cynthia. And, you know, I know people now who've gotten the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which is kind of nice. The teachers in Wisconsin got that vaccine. They did huge populations of them. So, you know, talk to some people about that as well. Just really interest and curiosity, nothing more than that. It's not like I'm doing a survey or anything, but and I'm liking how this goes to the edge. What I'm thinking is there's going to need to be a cluster up in here. I could do a title. Well, I didn't ink this piece. And now I've got it kind of positioned where I want it, so I'm going to hold my hand on it to ink it and get it down here. There we go. And that just, I love the picture, this picture of me, but I love this picture of my friend as well. So it's cool that we both looked good. You know how sometimes you take those pictures and one of you looks sort of goofy. And I promise you, I've talked about the guy that I'm dating. Oh, I warned him. I'm a scrapbooker and I like taking pictures. He does not like taking pictures, but I did say get used to it. So at some point, I'm sure you'll see him up here. Not right now. I'm still working on it. So that's kind of a fun thing too. New pictures. Okay, so I want this one about the same as the one on top, but maybe a little bit longer. So there's a little technique when you mat photos for like framing that oftentimes your bottom mat is just a little bit longer or a little bit taller, higher than your top mat, and it just gives a better balance. That's one of those secrets I know because I have an art background. So oftentimes when I'm doing something, I will do that. I think these two ended up just about the same. But oftentimes I will try to make that bottom just a little bit longer. So now I'm gonna take this side and take it down. So this is where I start to add more adhesive if I want to do that. So there's this one. There's also this one, but I think it's not wide enough. I like this. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. I'm trying to decide if I want that to come under. Yeah, maybe under. No, this is very similar because it's the same collection here. But then I can talk about my friend here. Oh, and here, oh, here's this little pretty one too. There we go. This is a nice little piece that says Sunshine and Happiness, and I think I'll do this up at the top, but I'll ink that because I was in Florida. So I think that's kind of fun. This is one of those photos that I love it so much I was afraid to do it. Do you ever have those where you love them so much you're afraid to use them because you want to not justify, but you want it treated specially because you love it so much? I almost feel like I need maybe flowers with another color or something down here just to pop it off a little bit more. Maybe not. We'll see. These do look a little bit different though because they don't have the white border around them, so I might not end up liking that as much. Yeah, I think I don't like that as much. So I think I'll go back to my original idea. Let's get this down. I'm not going to ink this piece just because there's so many different, and I'm going to do this so it's still covering a little bit of my hand there. I have a little gin and tonic in my hand there. It was my birthday after all. I don't want to have to ink in between all the little pieces there. And then these two I will raise up. Now I could raise this up as well, but maybe I won't. I'll put like some sort of enamel dot or something so it draws your eye up there. But definitely, oh, and I totally forgot about this Live Out Loud that I was thinking about doing. So let's see. Might be... Can I make this work? I don't want to cover too much. Let's see, can we make it work here? Forgot about that. Sometimes that's why I bring things in and put them somewhere. See, if I do it over the top, I think I can do it, but I don't like that, how that looks over the top. There's a little piece that you can kind of see through there. And then you see the edge. So let's see, maybe I move it off into the border space here. Except that makes the part I can see there worse. I would have liked this because it does have some dark on it. But maybe that's not going to work. I think if I had kind of thought about something a little bit different, I really want these big flower clusters on there because I love them. But maybe getting some gold in here too. Oh, there is this postage stamp that I looked at as well, right? Just to change up how the flowers look a little bit. Yeah, I actually like that because this is so much part of this background paper. I think it needs something different. So I'll try to do something up there to find something that works. Otherwise, it's starting to look all the same to me. Just because these flowers are a larger version of what's on the background there. Plus then I have the journaling spot there as well, or journaling card there. Okay, so this one up here, I'm just gonna glue it down. And again, hoping that the piece itself here is enough to create the shadow. This is really such a minuscule adjustment. I don't need to be worrying about it so much, but I didn't want like this line here of the blue, and that flower was a little bit tricky. Okay, so there's that one. Now let's see, can we get something in here to help set that off? And this is the pieces, these are the pieces I have. Definitely there's a lot I could do before I put that up there. I could also take that off. I do like this Think Happy Thoughts. Can that go up in here? Not with that there, it can't, but I think I like it here. Let's just add something different so that you're looking at it. There we go. Kind of like a tag. Now I could, maybe this is what we do. I have, again, a little circle here that we could pop in here. Just thinking here. It's hard for me to see this with my hands all over it. Yeah, let's do that there. And then, actually, now that I look at it, this has silver on it and the rest of the pieces have gold, but oh well. Maybe like a holographic title or something like that. Although there's a lot of stuff going on here already. I might regret putting that on there, but we're going to make it work since I did it. But if you don't just sometimes just do it, you'll spend more time screwing around with what you're going to put on there, fiddling around with what you're going to put on there, than getting the layout done. That's, I've talked about this before, years ago in 2007, as a matter of fact. I took a Heidi Swap class. It's when classes were first starting out, and she kept using the philosophy of glue and go, which meant if you like it, put it down, don't worry about it. And I don't know that I do that all the time, but I do try to do that. Okay, just trying to get some support underneath this flower here. Maybe this one needs some sort of little flower or flower cluster or something to make it kind of work with these flower clusters. Play around with that as soon as I get this one done. Okay, so it was like, okay, close enough. And then, see, we do have stars, but like I said, I think I need to look from a flower cluster perspective here. Is there something I can use that's smaller? I don't have the stickers from this collection, so I can't go to that. I definitely could use some of these. This is the same flower as there. That seems really big though. Maybe a couple of these little pansies. Okay, that's either way too much or brilliant. I can't decide. Oh, this one I kind of like. Because that seems like it's less, it's not as big. Okay, I think that one will work. I'm going to put this one up on foam tape too. This one doesn't have any green in it, so if I can find a leaf or something like that, I might use that to add a little bit of green in, because the other two have some green. I do have green leaves sitting here, but they're not the right kind of green. So what we're going to do is just use my scissors, and I'm going to cut it here. Let's see if maybe I can get one in here. Yeah, it probably needs to go right there on the side. So then that'll make it look a little bit more like these. Kind of a combination. Okay, so I think that's good. We've got that gold there. So I'm thinking a gold title would maybe be the thing to do. but my thought is, what should the title be? Maybe even something as simple as happy. I do have the letters to do it. I don't think I can do it with these though. So let me grab different gold alpha. In a size that's going to be compatible. I do have holographic, so I could do that holographic gold or foil, but I think I have so much gold in that little pink circle on the left there that I think that would look funny. So let's see, I think I have a couple of good candidates here because gosh knows I have plenty of. So this might be nice, either this one or this one. This is a little bit smaller and might just work better space-wise. Let's hope I have an A. I do not have an A. I should have checked to see if I have all the letters too. These are actually two different alphas. Don't, because this one's a little bit more shiny, even though it's the same font. So happy won't work with this one because I don't have an R that I can MacGyver. So, oh wait, H, here's two P's and a Y, right? Yes, I can do it. Easiest way to MacGyver. I'm going to use the other H because this H has a fold in it. That is the one thing I don't love about these alphas. The easiest way to MacGyver an A is turn a V upside down and then grab a period or a dot or something and just pop it in there. And that's kind of fun that it's happy because it is my birthday. So kind of like a happy birthday here. Okay, so we have that in. I'm liking the way that looks and it picks up on the gold. I think I still need maybe a little gold. Oh, the stars. I said I had stars here. So I could try to do these. If I tuck them in, maybe. I don't love, they're pretty open, but let's just do it. And now that I think about it, I think I have a Chamel sticker book in here with stars, so if I don't like the way these look, I'll go to that. She has her hashtag sticker book, has all sorts of stars and things in it. So let's see what we think. I have 3 of them, so I can tuck them. Actually, oh yeah, I do have 3. So, and this is just called, since this package is empty, I find this the easiest way to take little things out and just get your tweezers in there and stick them to something else. I want that. I won't have enough to do all of the clusters. And I have the gold here. And there's a little one right here that maybe can go in with the pink flower. This is good. I need to work on getting this sticker sheet used up. I think I've got it for my February kit. I think I did one where I didn't stash curate it. It was either February or January. I think actually this might even have been January. And I have used so little of the sticker sheet. It's time to get it used. Okay. So there we go with this one. Just tuck him in there. Okay, I like that one. I like this one. I'm not a fan of this, where it was. Maybe we just tuck him back up in here again too. I could take that piece out there, but I don't know that I want to do that. Okay, that's kind of close. Maybe the big one needs to go in here and the small one will fit better up there. Let's see. I'll just peel this foam tape up. That's the fun part. Or not. Okay, yeah, I think that one works a little bit better here than it did. And then this one can kind of go up there. There we go. So now I have the gold spread all over here again. Don't have any gold down here. It feels like it's very heavy and there's nothing down here, but maybe some enamel dots will help it out. So now I actually made a little bit of headway here into this. There is a little sticker that says remember, and it brings in the oranges, and it looks like it's going to fall off the sticker sheet, so I'm going to pop that in there. And then here's a sticker that says awesome. Let's see if I can make this work. Nope, I don't like the direction of that. There anyway. Okay, trying too hard. Looking to see if there's anything else. There's one here that says January. Let's see if I can get that in here. I have to be careful so I don't stick it to the photo. There we go. That I think works. That gets the January in there a little bit. And now there's, I didn't intend to do this, but there's a lot of stuff on here. Okay, so I think that's good. That's a good start on this sticker sheet. Now, enamel dots. So I have lots of colors to work with on this page. Let me look and see what I have pulled here. So that could work. That yellow could work. And that bluey color. That stick out too much because I haven't used enough of that, I think. Like this minty color, but I don't have any more of that. But I do have white. And this blue is almost that. So let's see if I can get that to work. Oops. I bring that down here to put a little weight on this side at the bottom. And here we go. Here's my trick for those huge enamel dots. Tuck them underneath things so they're not so startling. Okay, so let's do 3 in each cluster, and I do like this blue with this paper here. Let's do that one. We'll do that little one. This one I had 2 of the smaller ones there, so let's just do this. So this one will do there on the border. And then we just, let's see, we have 3 there, so we just need 1 more here and we'll put that there. Okay. There we go. All right, so there's that one done. So 2 layouts, I think in under an hour. Well, I talked to you guys. That's what happens when you do YouTube a lot. I've talked about this before, is you get faster. So I'm just gonna gather these up and put them in my little my pieces here so I can bring that other layout back. So just in case you joined me a little bit later, you can see both of the layouts that I did today. And I won't be done scrapbooking today, but the rest you're gonna have to wait. So I'm still trying to get a little bit ahead so that when I am moving, we still get all the, you still get all the videos you normally do. Okay, so here we go. So middle grade March layout with all the Page Evans collections. This is the happy layout of me on my birthday. And a lot of, this is Chamel, this is Amy Tangerine, the rest of this is really Page Evans. So, and lots of different things. That's one thing I find when I pull a kit is I have to really think about the embellishments, or I don't use things that are typical all the time. Like thinking about, hey, I have coffee mugs in that book, so let's put that on that sticker book. Let's put those on there. Or, okay, normally I might have gone to the Chamel sticker book, but I said, you know, I have these open stars, they're gonna look fine, let's get that on the page. Or, you know, mixing in some of these other stickers to get a different look and a different feel to the layout. So I really like how this all turned out. I'm really pleased with the 2 of the layouts today. So you guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day today, or for those of you who catch this on replay, I hope you have a good day. I will be back at some point next weekend. I'm not quite sure when, but the nice part is that I'll have lots of time off later in the week. So my reward for packing is scrapbooking right now, which is one of the reasons I'm not taking my scrapbook room down until I absolutely have to do it. So, all right, you guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again next week. Bye, everybody.